The Iran war is no longer confined to the Middle East. It is now triggering a full-scale geopolitical confrontation. US President Donald Trump has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz or face destruction of its energy infrastructure. As tensions escalate, Russia and China are stepping in, not militarily, but through a coordinated diplomatic push that is directly challenging Washington's narrative and strategy.
Consequences of what our American colleagues are doing, in this case together with the Israelis, are the most severe and will continue for a very, very long time. And in general, we see a stage in our history that returns us in a spiral, but returns us back to a world where there was nothing, no international law, where might is right, power is the truth.
Russia has taken the most aggressive position so far. Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov is openly accusing the United States and Israel of pushing the world into a lawless era, where force replaces diplomacy and power overrides international agreements.
The United States has officially stated that no one ordered them. They only care about their own well-being, and they are ready to defend this well-being in any way, by a coup d'etat, by the murder of the leaders of those countries that have natural resources that the Americans need. They do not hide that this is oil.
In one of the most explosive accusations yet, Moscow is framing the Iran war not as a security operation, but as a calculated resource war, driven by Washington's ambition to dominate global energy markets and control strategic supply routes.
The conflict in the Middle East is still spreading and spilling over. If the fighting continues to expand and escalate, the entire region will fall into an uncontrollable situation. The use of force will only lead to a vicious cycle. China strongly urges the parties concerned to immediately cease military operations, return to dialogue and negotiation, and not let this war, which should never have started, continue any further.
China, however, is taking a more measured approach. While avoiding direct confrontation with Washington, Beijing is clearly signaling that it sees the war as unnecessary, dangerous, and potentially catastrophic for global stability.
The situation in the Middle East has impacted the security of global energy trade. Relevant countries should immediately cease military operations to prevent regional instability from having a greater impact on global economic development. We are also maintaining communication with all parties on the current situation and are committed to promoting de-escalation and easing tensions.
For China, the real concern is energy. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the most critical oil choke points in the world, and any prolonged disruption could trigger a global economic crisis. Beijing's message is clear: stop the war before it destabilizes global trade and supply chains. Taken together, these statements reveal a deeper shift. Russia and China are not fighting alongside Iran, but they are undeniably aligning in their opposition to the United States' approach, one through direct confrontation, the other through calibrated diplomacy. Both are challenging Washington at a moment when the stakes extend far beyond the battlefield into the future of global power itself.